great-grandmother in the 1930s against the Holocaust that was happening against Jews, and Israel has tried to stand up and speak for all Jews. I do not agree with the Zionist terrorist state. I think it's disgraceful, the genocide that they're perpetrating in Gaza at this very moment while we're talking, and I stand in solidarity with Palestinians who have had their land stolen. It's an absolute disgrace. I also want to say to the BBC, it's a disgrace that you're not covering the Palestinian side because of Israeli trade. We should stop all trade with Israelis now, stand with the Palestinians, solidarity. Disgrace, an absolute disgrace that the world leaders, particularly those in the Middle East who purport to stand up for Palestine, are doing absolutely nothing apart from promoting so-called peace deals that Hamas and the Palestinians can never sign up to. It wasn't a real peace deal. It was absolutely geared up for the Israeli land grab that is going on today.
I'd say that, you cowards, you know what I mean? You might as well just start wearing, skirts and, you should, like females, act like just leaders, especially the Muslim leaders all around the world. You're puppets for America, you know what I mean? Grow up and, we need leaders like King Faisal, who got assassinated, yeah? So really and truly, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help be upon Palestine, and may the world leaders unify in peace and harmony for Palestinian cause. The solution has to be that, the higher force like the UN or like American English should get in there and stop Israel from oppressing, the Palestinian people, especially the kids. The women are getting killed, kids are getting killed. This is systematical genocide, that's what it is. They are targeting the water tanks and everything, so basically they know what they're doing, you know what I mean? They're trying to get rid of all the Palestinians so they can have Israel and all the Palestinian lands for themselves.
From the Israelis, ever since the end of the Second World War, the Palestinians gave refuge to the Israelis, to the Jews from all over the world. They welcomed them in, they gave them safety, they gave them sanctuary. Now that's been turned on its head. The Palestinians are victims in this massive oppression. Everything that was done to the Jews in the Second World War is now being done to the Palestinians. Mothers and children are being murdered in their sleep. People in hospital beds are being bombed. Disabled people are being bombed. Children younger, I've got a 2-year-old child. Children younger than that are being bombed while they're sleeping, while they're playing on the beach. Now how can that be freedom? In the name of freedom this is being done, and we can't accept it. For the world leaders, it's time to stand up, and it's time to make a stance for justice. So too long have they turned a blind eye to Israeli oppression, simply because the Western leaders feel a guilt for the Holocaust. Now, the Palestinians, the Muslim world was not responsible for the Holocaust. The Muslims never persecuted Jews. This is not the Muslim narrative. This is the European narrative. This is the European history. This has been superimposed onto the Muslims, which is absolutely false. It's a false dichotomy, and it's something we can't accept. And it's time for the Western leaders and the leaders of all the world to stand up and in one voice say, Israel, stop it. Give justice to the Palestinians, give them the due. I mean, the first solution has to be boycott, divestment and sanctions. We have, on a personal level, we all have to stop buying Israeli products, stop buying Israeli goods. On a national level, we have to lobby our MPs, lobby our councillors, lobby our governments, make sure that they're pulling out of Israeli settlements, make sure that they're not supporting Israel anymore. Lobby corporations, Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Caterpillar, these are all providing equipment and funding to Israelis so they can kill Palestinian children.